A very good evening and namaskar to all the students who are watching me, all the students from the various Kendriya Vidyalayas of Agra region. I welcome all the viewers of this live session who have joined this session to know more about skills in reading literacy and also for an enlivened practice session on reading literacy. If you can hear my voice, kindly tell me in the comment box in the live chat option so that I will move forward with you. As I can see in the chat box, I know that I have very energetic students with me who are going to answer all the questions very nicely, and they will not make me wait for any answer for long. Okay, thank you so much. So we are going to do a practice session on reading literacy. As you know that CCT skills are very important. They are a very important skill for the 21st century. There have been so many sessions conducted by Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan Agra region. Teachers from various Kendriya Vidyalayas have been taking sessions on CCT skills. You know that creative and critical thinking skills are very important for the 21st century. Because if you start inculcating these skills in you at this point, 15 years later, when you will be roughly 30-year-old, you will be able to make very wise and very learned decisions at the age of 30 or 35. If our students in the present have excellent CCT skills, if you understand the importance of CCT skills, at the age of 30, it is expected that you will be able to lead India to new milestones. This is the importance of creative and critical thinking skills. For a stronger India, for the India of our dreams, a country that becomes a superpower, our children need to be very creative and have excellent critical thinking skills. And for that, we have these practice sessions. These practice sessions do not just check your textbook knowledge, they check your awareness about the outside world as well. Let us move to the first task for today. Item 1, nutritional information. Now you can see nutritional information of 4 health drinks given in the table. Nutritional information per 20 grams of dry mix. So 20 grams is roughly 3 tablespoons. Which are the 4 health drinks? Bonvita, chocolate flavor, Horlicks Original, Complan Natural, and Ovaltine fortified chocolate malt. On the first column, you can see calories, carbs and sugars, protein, fat, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, iron. These are the various mineral values and calorific values of the ingredients that are there in these drinks. And then in the table you can find out how much of each calorific value or how much of each nutrient do you find in the 20 grams of a particular health drink. I will wait for some time for you to go through the table. Okay, now because this task is based on deciphering a table, so I will again and again come back to this table so that you can understand the questions and then again take a look at the table to be able to answer. Okay, I think I am clear. Let us see the first question. Hazel has been requested by her friend to help her eat less sugary foods. Hazel is a girl. She has been requested by one of her friends to help her eat less sugary food. So Hazel has to tell her which foods available in the market are less sugary, which foods have less component of sugar. Out of these 4 items, which one would you suggest her? Now there are 4 options given. Bonvita, Horlicks, Complan, and Ovaltine. So which of these is least sugary? Let us go back to the table. Now find out which of these has the least sugar content. Okay. Answers flowing in. C. Complan. Okay. Akshita, Venkat, Shobha, Arohi. Very good. Arti, Manish, Shikha. So many children coming with the correct answer. Okay, very good. Full credit goes to option C, Complan. How did we find this? Look at this table. Here, children, you can see the second row has details of carbs and sugars present in these drinks, in these health drinks. Now, the four numbers that are given: 14 gram in Bonvita, carbs and sugars, 14 in Horlicks, 12 in Complan, and 18 gram in Ovaltine. Ovaltine, of course, because it's a chocolate based malt. So, a chocolate based malt has usually no health value. Out of these, Complan has the least amount of sugar, 12 gram. So C is the correct answer. Okay, let us move to the second question now. This is the second question. If Angela has a daily intake of 10 grams of Bonvita in the morning and 10 grams of Complan in the evening, how much is her total calorie intake? You have to tell her total calorie intake. Okay, I think now you will be able to, if you're able to hear my voice, do tell me in the comment box, children. You're able to hear my voice? Are you now able to hear my voice? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I think there has been some network issue. Okay, I have switched over to the other mic, so I hope now you will be able to hear my voice. Now, question 3. Rima wants to get rid of her bleeding gums. Which of the given health drinks should she choose for daily consumption to help her with the ailment? Now look at the question. Rima wants to get rid of her bleeding gums. Which of the given health drinks should she choose for daily consumption? So that which of these health drinks should she have daily to help her with the ailment? Now let us go back to the table. Now, for those who are not able to hear my voice, I would like to explain you once again. This table gives nutritional information for 4 health drinks. These 4 health drinks are Bonvita chocolate flavor, Horlicks original, Complan natural, and Ovaltine. Ovaltine is a malt-based drink. Now, the calorific value and the nutrient value of these 4 drinks has been given for 20 grams of the dry mix, for the 20 grams of powder. Okay, so for Bonvita we have, for Horlicks, for Complan and Ovaltine we have the measure of calories, carbs and sugars, protein, fat, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium and iron. All right, now we have discussed 2 questions, and for those I have got the correct answers. For the third question is, Rima wants to get rid of her bleeding gums. Which of the given health drinks should she choose for daily consumption to help her with the ailment? Okay, now let me take a look at the answers. Okay, C. Many children say Complan. Okay. Okay. Tuba, Anukriti, very good. Yogendra, Anuj, excellent. Divyank Singh, Mangal, Anumeha, Rajat, excellent. Very good, children. But you have made an error. Look at this. She should choose Ovaltine because it has the highest amount of vitamin C. Let us go back. Now, there was no option given there. There was no option given there. I think some of the children have still been answering the previous questions. For the third question, Ovaltine is the correct answer. Vitamin C value, vitamin C helps bleeding gums. Vitamin C is good for your teeth. All right? Vitamin C is good for your teeth. Vitamin C is good for your teeth. Now, which of these has the highest vitamin C? It is Ovaltine. It has 45% of vitamin C in that. All right? So, Ovaltine is the correct answer. No other, for any other response or missing, you will get no credit. Question 4. Why is nutritional information and list of ingredients displayed on the packaging of any food item? Now tell me this. Why do you think nutritional information and list of ingredients are displayed on the packaging of any food item? I'm waiting for your answer. I think the live chat is working really slow today. so that we can choose the right product. Anukriti, excellent answer. We should know about that it is harmful or good for our health. Venkat, yes, well tried, Venkat. Because it is important for kids' health. Vijendra Singh Udawat. Okay, I I agree with what you say, and it is fairly correct. To show that this product is rich in nutrition value, so buy that. Okay, Anshu, yes, but even with products that do not have a very nice nutritional value, you need to display that. Yes. For checking amount, expiry date, not the expiry date, we are talking about the nutritional value there. So that anyone can choose a food item which is healthy. Rajat, very good, very nice answer. So we choose the correct products. Correct. In what sense? Correct in the sense of our health. Yes, Ria, Arya, I can understand. Tuba says because the person who don't need intake of some ingredients, so he or she doesn't take that. Okay, I can understand what you mean to say. So that you can be selective with the ingredients and you only consume what you really want to consume. It gives us information. Shikha says it gives us information about the product, it is good or not, because it's related to our health. Okay, good. Good. Now see, full credit for any two of these following points. Now look at these 2 points. I'm sorry, there are 3 points and you have to mention any two to get full credit. The first point is to spread awareness about nutrition and nutritional value of a food item. Thank you, Fokela ma'am, with all your blessings, all the blessings of my colleagues, that I can take a very nice session. Thank you. Many children say have already pitched in this point that awareness about nutrition is very important. So this is the first point already mentioned here, to spread awareness about nutrition and nutritional value of a food item. It is our right to know about the nutritional value. And now you see that people are quite aware about what they should eat and what they should not eat. To spread awareness about nutrition and nutritional value of a food item. The second point is, it is a consumer's right to know what he is consuming. Okay, now of course the consumer forum, it wants to emphasize and wants to tell all the consumers that they have a lot of rights, because we are consumers, so we are the choice makers and we have the power. We have a lot of power in our hands. When we pay money, it is our right to know about what we are eating, to know the details of what we are eating. So we should know about all the ingredients. Third, to check for any allergic substances, harmful additives, or special storage instructions. Suppose you have an allergy with peanut oil. So if there is peanut oil in something, you would not have it. Okay, or suppose you have, it could be possible that you have too much of protein in your body and you would not like to have things that have a lot of protein. So if you just read how much value of protein is there in a product, you will not choose it. So any two of these you have to mention. Partial credit if you mention only one of these points. No credit for any other response or missing. Okay, I hope the answer is clear to everybody. Okay, very good. Let us move to the second task. You all ready? Let us begin with the second task. Item 2. Coffee. Espresso yourself. Now this is a play on the word espresso. Espresso, you might be aware, is a kind of a coffee. Espresso. And this word espresso is a play on the word espresso and the word express. So it says it has combined both the words express and espresso, and it has made espresso. So coffee, espresso yourself. So coffee, today you will see coffee telling yourself about itself. Now I know that coffee is you would agree with me that coffee is a very, very popular beverage, and a lot of us like to have coffee, especially during winters. There are so many different types of coffee, it becomes a language itself. Coffee has become a language itself. There's so many types of coffee. The following guide will explain the differences between various coffee drinks and how they're made. So no more getting confused at your local cafe. Sometimes you go to a cafe, you can tell me in the chat box whether, because I have faced this confusion. I was not able to understand what's mocha, what's latte. I did not know what's mocha and latte. And while preparing this PISA practice session, even I learned a lot about some types of coffee that I did not know. So you must have, you must have faced such confusion, because some types of coffee are very, very rare and very exotic for us. They belong to very far away countries and we have no idea of them. Okay. So today, after this practice session, you would not be confused about the kinds of coffee there are, because today in this task, in the second task, we will see information about various kinds of coffee. So no more getting confused at your local cafe. The main differences between them are the proportions of espresso, steamed milk, and foam within the beverage. So if different kinds of coffee are made with different proportions of different things. If there's more milk and less coffee, there's a different kind of coffee. Now we Indians, I mean, I'm not making fun of ourselves, but I'm just saying that we Indians have, the desi coffee that we make is only of two kinds, strong and weak. You would agree. For strong coffee, a lot of coffee powder, and weak coffee, light coffee powder. Even, when I was a child, I used to have milk with a little coffee, with a pinch of coffee in that, because somebody told me that Bonvita is not good for health. So I like the taste of coffee better. So I agree you would also have been doing that. Okay. So let us read about different kinds of coffee. But before that, let me show you a visual. Now see, these are the 8 kinds of coffee that we are going to learn about today. The first is espresso. I would like to tell you that a lot of people pronounce it espresso, but it's not espresso, it's espresso. All right, it's espresso. So espresso has only espresso. You can see the cup has only espresso. All right. Then we have Americano. Americano has, you can see, a lot of water and a little espresso in that. Then we have espresso macchiato. Espresso macchiato has milk foam on the top, you can see, and espresso. Then espresso con panna. It has whipped cream on the top and espresso. This is espresso con panna. Then we have flat white coffee, which has espresso, the dark mix of coffee and water, espresso, and steamed milk. Then we have cappuccino. Cappuccino, it's pronounced cappuccino. We have espresso, steamed milk, and milk foam. All of these 3 things. Then we have cafe mocha. Now, I did not know about mocha and latte, until very recently. I mean, maybe I think 3 years back I came to know about what's mocha and latte. Whipped cream, steamed milk, chocolate syrup, and espresso in cafe mocha. Cafe mocha has these 4 things. And cafe latte has milk foam, steamed milk, and espresso. But you see, cappuccino and cafe latte are almost like each other, but there is a difference. Now I will give you a question at this point. Can you tell me the difference between cappuccino and cafe latte? What is the difference? Both of these have these 3 things. Cappuccino also has milk foam, steamed milk, and espresso, and cafe latte also has these 3 things. But there is a slight difference in the proportion of something. Yes. Yes, can we have some answers? No. Kajal, I'm not talking about cafe mocha. Kajal, I'm talking about cappuccino and cafe latte. One of these kinds of coffee has something more than the other. Okay, Tuba says latte has a lot of milk. Good, Tuba, you're right. It has more steamed milk than cappuccino. Cappuccino has more foam and less milk. Latte has more milk and less milk foam. Okay, Muskan Chauhan, very good. Anil, you need to learn how to spell cappuccino. Akshita Lakshmi P, cafe latte has more steamed milk than cappuccino. You're very nice. You're very correct. Yes, I request all of you to please just discuss answers in the chat box, and not write any irrelevant messages. A lot of you have been writing very irrelevant messages about PUBG and so many other things. So I request those who are actually interested in the session, please don't distract them. It is my request. If you want to discuss about these things, you can discuss them elsewhere, but this session has a particular goal. So let us not deviate from that goal. The goal of this session is to enhance your CCT skills. So all of us are trying to do that together. So please maintain the decorum in the chat box. Thank you. Okay. Yes, many of you have given the right answer. Cafe latte has more steamed milk than cappuccino. Now, read about these different kinds of coffee. Based on these proportions, following are just some of the coffee drinks. Espresso, strong black coffee made by forcing steam through dark roast aromatic coffee beans at high pressure in an espresso machine. You must have seen espresso machine at any wedding, any wedding or party you've been to. Espresso is the foundation. Now this is the base. Without espresso, there is nothing, no coffee. Espresso is the main ingredient. Main ingredient, I mean, what is espresso? Espresso is strong black coffee. And how is it made? When you force steam through dark roast aromatic coffee, you force steam through it. It is used for a wide variety of specialty coffee drinks. Then we have Americano, a single shot of espresso added to a cup of hot water. That is Americano, very simple. Macchiato is another variation that is prepared in a number of ways by different coffee houses. The most common method is combining espresso and foam milk. Then we have espresso con panna. Espresso con panna, which means espresso with cream. Panna means cream in Italian. Is a single or double shot of espresso topped with whipped cream. A lot of whipped cream on the top. Flat white. A flat white is an espresso-based drink that contains steamed milk. Now the kind that we usually have in a lot of places in India, ये हमारी घर वाली coffee है, the flat white. Cappuccino, a combination of equal parts espresso, steamed milk and milk froth. This hugely popular coffee drink has become a staple that even the most common of corner coffee shops carry. So this is a kind of coffee that you can get in most coffee houses. Okay, whenever you go to a cafe, in most of the cafes you can get cappuccino. So let us go through the questions now. Sorry, we have two more kinds of coffee. Cafe latte. Cafe latte is a single shot of espresso to 3 parts of steamed milk. Cafe mocha, this is a cappuccino or a cafe latte with chocolate syrup or powder added to it. Okay. Question 1. What type of coffee uses chocolate syrup as one of the ingredients? Yes. Now let me see your answers. C. Manju, Yogendra, Tuba, Aniket, Rohan, Arohi, all of them saying C, cafe mocha. No, Raki, you're not right, beta. Anukriti, Ishika, Anukriti, yes. Okay, Anurag, Mangal, Mayur Vidhi, Ashutosh, Seema, Vimlesh, excellent. Cafe mocha is the correct answer. I'm so proud of you all. You got the correct answer. Okay, so let us stop for first question and move to the second one. You want to make cappuccino. List down the proportion of ingredients that would be needed to make this beverage. You want to make cappuccino. How are you going to make cappuccino? I'll show you the picture once again. Look at this. Cappuccino. How are you going to make cappuccino? Now in the bottom line at the second place you can see cappuccino. It has milk foam, steamed milk and espresso. So what would be the correct answer? If somebody asks you how to make cappuccino, how would you tell him? Yes, we have already done Shresht. Khushi, we have done the first question. Let's move to the second one now. Espresso, steamed milk, and milk foam. Yes, but is that all that you're going to tell the person? Is there something else that you would like to tell him? Whenever you tell somebody the recipe of something, are you just supposed to let him know the ingredients? Is there something else that you would tell him? Will you just tell him what and not tell him how much? You have to tell him how much as well. A combination of equal parts of steamed milk, milk foam, and espresso. Excellent, Akshita. Excellent, Akshita Lakshmi. Aman Patel. Excellent. Jatin. I'm so proud of you. 1/3 of espresso, milk foam, and steamed milk. Very good. That's correct. That's correct. Look at this. All of these answers deserve full credit. You can write like equal proportions of espresso, steamed milk, and milk froth, or 1/3 part of each ingredient, espresso, steamed milk, and milk froth. Or you can also write 33% of each ingredient. So like in 1 cup of cappuccino, you will have 33% of espresso, 33 of steamed milk, and 33 of milk froth. All right. You just never tell the ingredients, you also tell somebody the proportion in which they'll have to use the ingredients. Okay? Let us move to the next question. Question 3. You went to a coffee shop with your friend. He or she loves the strongest coffee beverage. He loves the strongest coffee beverage. So all types, just imagine all kinds of coffee are available there, but your friend wants the strongest kind of coffee. Which type of coffee would you order and why? Yes. Okay, I'll show you the screen once again. Okay, Vijendra Singh says espresso. I just told you it's not espresso, it's espresso. Espresso, all right? Espresso. Okay, somebody says cappuccino. Okay, a lot of children writing espresso. Yogendra Venkat. Somebody has written black coffee. Black coffee is a very layman term. What is black coffee? Okay, Bhavya, Khushi, Shresht. Okay, it's Rishita. Akshita again. Akshita. No Aryan, not Americano. Okay, let us see the answer. Most of my very dear students are correct. Espresso is the right answer because it has highest concentration of coffee content, which makes it the strongest. Okay, I repeat the answer. Espresso has to be suggested because it has the highest concentration of coffee content, which makes it the strongest coffee. Question 4, a slightly tricky question. Do you think coffee offers any health benefits? Support your answer with proper reasons. Do you think, now this is an open-ended question, okay? You may say yes, you may say no, but whatever you say must be supported by reasons. So do you think coffee offers any health benefits? Support your answer with proper reasons. What are the health benefits of coffee? No, it is very strong for children. Okay, Rudranshi has written this. Venkat Sai, yes, it gives us energy to work. Okay, but how does it give you energy? Is there something in that? Manju says it has a lot of quantity of caffeine. Excellent and very harmful for our eyes. Very good. Rakhi, yes, because I've read that coffee declines the digestive system. You mean to say it degrades it and can lead to kidney problems. Okay. Tuba says it's good for liver. You all are divided in your opinions. Coffee controls blood pressure. Anurag says, okay. All kinds of answers are welcome. It is good. It is bad for our digestive tract. Anukriti writes. Yes, Rishabh. Yes, coffee has caffeine. Yes. What does caffeine do to you? Controls blood pressure. Anurag says cafe. Sorry. You mean to say coffee? Coffee is controls our blood pressure. It refreshes our mind. Yes, Mayur Vidhi, you're right. It refreshes your mind. But how? It has a high amount of caffeine, which is not good for health. Yes, Mangal. Excellent. Excellent. Full credit. But you will get full credit when you give 2 points for justification. Now, if you say yes, you will not get any marks or you won't get any points if you just say yes, it's good for our health. You always have to write yes, it is good. Yes, see what's written. Yes, coffee offers various health benefits if consumed within limits. If consumed within limits, or you say if consumed not more than 4 cups a day or in a limited manner. But you have to you have to restrict your coffee consumption to a specific amount. Coffee is never beneficial for health. If you just go on and on having cups of coffee on and on, it will not help you. It will rather make you addicted to it. All right, so coffee offers various health benefits if consumed within limits. You can't just say yes. You can say yes, coffee is good for health if consumed in a moderate way, right? Now, what are the benefits? It has a high level of antioxidants, offers high energy levels, and also helps to burn fat. It is good for heart, contains essential nutrients, decreases the risk of Parkinson's disease, and helps fight depression as well. So you have to mention any 2 of these benefits. Okay, but remember, if you say yes, you have to mention yes, coffee is beneficial for health if taken in a limited manner, right? Now, if you mention the caffeine point, you cannot say yes, coffee is good for health because it has caffeine. Caffeine is not very good for health. Okay, it will not do any wonders to your health. You can mention the caffeine point when you say no, coffee is not good for your health. Full credit for this answer also. No, coffee isn't good for health as it contains caffeine, which is not good for health in high quantities. Caffeine consumption may raise blood pressure and may cause insomnia. What is insomnia? Can somebody tell me? This is a nice question. What is insomnia? Yes, I'm waiting for your answers. Anurag says your DNA will be stronger, and he is just writing that again and again, again and again. Yes, Anurag, I have read what you write, but that's not very valid. Yes, Rishabh, excellent. Kumar Rishabh says sleeplessness, excellent. Insomnia means when you cannot sleep at night. So, caffeine consumption may raise blood pressure and may cause insomnia. Prolonged high consumption may lead to a mild addiction to coffee. If you take it for a lot of time, months and years, you may be mildly addicted to coffee as well. If you start having coffee at 10 p.m. every day for 10 years, so every day at 10 p.m. you will feel the urge to have a cup of coffee, right? You will get partial credit if you just write yes. If the student gives the answer yes, advocates consuming coffee in a limited manner and mentions only one benefit. If you just write one benefit, you will get half of the points. Whatever in PISA, the questions could be for 3 marks or 5 marks or anything. Okay, so you'll get just half of that. You will also get partial credit if you say no and you give 1 point in justification. You will get no credit if the student says yes and gives justification but does not mention having coffee in a limited manner. You have to mention that coffee should be had in a limited manner. If justification is absent regardless of the stance, regardless of whether you say yes or no, if you give no justification, you will get a big zero. Okay, you won't get any credit for that, right? So I hope this question is clear to you. All right. Item 3, literary text. I request all the students to please discuss only what we are discussing in the PISA session and not discuss anything that is not related to it. Let us not discuss songs and games, okay? Because those things, they are good for your entertainment, I agree, but they will not help you in your academics. Everything has a time for itself, and I believe you agree. All right. Item 3 is a literary text. It is a poem, and this poem is written by a great author. Let us go through the poem once. When I heard the learned astronomer. When I heard the learned astronomer. This is the title of the poem. This is a very small poem, and I'll just give you 2 questions based on this. When I heard the learned astronomer, when the proofs, the figures were ranged in columns before me, when I was shown the charts and diagrams to add, divide, and measure them, when I, sitting, heard the astronomer where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room, how soon unaccountable I became tired and sick, till rising and gliding out, I wandered off by myself in the mystical moist night air, and from time to time looked up in perfect silence at the stars. By Walt Whitman, one of the greatest poets of America. Let me read it out once again for you. When I heard the learned astronomer, when the proofs, the figures were ranged in columns before me, when I was shown the charts and diagrams to add, divide, and measure them, when I, sitting, heard the astronomer where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room, how soon unaccountable I became tired and sick, till rising and gliding out, I wandered off by myself in the mystical moist night air, and from time to time looked up in perfect silence at the stars. I hope you have understood the poem. Okay. Yes, Anurag is right. Anurag is still discussing the previous task. Yes, when you have coffee, you're less likely to develop Parkinson's disease. Okay, let us discuss this task now. What do you think about the poet? Now, the poem has been narrated from the viewpoint of somebody. Now, do you think the narrator, one who's speaking here, the person who uses the pronoun I for himself, do you think is a grown-up man or a child? What is your view? Just tell me in the chat box. There is somebody who goes to an astronomer and he expects to experience something, but he does not experience what he expects. Do you think the narrator is a child or a grown-up? Yes, Rishabh, child. I agree. Even I agree with this. Because when a grown-up would visit a place like this, he would expect, he would expect something that we see in the poem, the reality. But a child has different expectations. A child lives in the world of fantasy. He has nothing to do with mechanical figures and facts. Yes, Rudranshi, correct. Adarsh, good. Rajni, very good. Kajal, very good. Okay, let us see the first question. What things did the astronomer use to show his findings? Retrieve. You just have to retrieve the information. What are the things that the astronomer used to show his findings? Okay. Yes, it's child, Madhuri. Yes, you're right. Gargi, you're right. Okay, a 5 or a 4 years child. Rakhi, yes, I agree with what you say. Good, good, beta, very good. Okay, what things did the astronomer use to show his findings? What are the things that he used to show his findings? If you want, I can show you the poem once again. Okay, Rishabh, excellent. Charts and diagrams. And yes, let us go to the next question now. Please stop answering the previous question and answer this question. Yes, Shobha, charts and diagrams. Venkat Sai, charts and diagrams. Something else? Shobha, figures. Yes, very good. Figures and something else. There are 4 keywords for this answer. Figures and what? Something apart from the figures? Okay, very well attempted by a lot of you. Full credit. If you write both these points, he used mathematical figures and proofs. He also used charts and diagrams. So when an astronomer is showing you what he has discovered, or his calculations, whatever he has done, his work, he will show you, he will prove his point to you using some facts and figures, proofs, charts and diagrams as well. Partial credit, any one of the above if you mention, and no credit for other responses are missing. All right. Let us move to the next question. How did the poet feel? Now there are 2 parts to this question, so we'll discuss one by one. The first part is, how did the poet feel when he was listening to the astronomer's lecture? Now this line comes on this page. When I sitting heard the astronomer where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room. With much applause. Now who was applauding? The other people were applauding what the astronomer was telling them, and they were like, they went gaga over what he was telling them. They were clapping and praising him like anything. But how did the poet feel when he heard the astronomer lecturing? How did he feel? Okay, Rishabh says tired, and I can't understand the second word. Tired and sick. Very good, very good, very good, Rishabh, very good. Tired and sick. And now can you use some of your own words? I would like you to use your own words. Can you use some of your own words for that? Yes, Aarti and Madhuri, let us come to the second question now. Okay, Yogendra says he felt good and interesting, which I think is not correct at all. Tired and sick, sick. Okay. Uncomfortable. Bhavya, very good. He felt uncomfortable. And is there a better word for that? Tired, boring. Yes, Anukriti, he felt bored. He was bored. Yes, Rishabh. Yes, Venkat. Yes, Rakhi. Tuba, excellent. He felt very, yes. Very is a word for tired. Tuba has also been a very, very active participant today. Bored. Bored? Okay. There's one more word that I would like to tell you. It should be disinterested. He was not interested in what was happening. Okay. Let us move to the second part of the question. What were his expectations with this visit? When he came to this place, what did he expect? Did he expect what he actually experienced? What were his expectations? Tell me. If somebody who is a child, if a child is going to visit an astronomer, what will he expect? Yes, irritating. Okay, you're still answering the first part. He felt disinterested. He felt he did not feel connected because he was not able to follow anything. But what were his expectations with the visit? Can you please answer this part now? He had very high hopes with this meeting, but he did not find what he wanted to. What were his expectations? Okay, to see something from the universe. Yes, Anshu, not gliding and rising, Anukriti, that's not correct. He expected the astronomer to tell him something about children? No, something that would be interesting for children as well. Okay, maybe you can write it like that. Uh, he expected children don't like such mechanical facts and figures, right? They like to experience something before their eyes that they should feel that they feel should be closer to reality. If they're going to an astronomer, they want to experience something that makes them feel that this is the man who studies astronomy. But in all those numbers and facts and figures and mathematical formulas and calculations, he did not feel that. That is why he was very, very disinterested with the visit. And as soon as he found time, he left the lecture hall and moved out. Let us see the answers. Full credit. He was bored, felt disinterested. He felt tired and sick. These are the keywords. Bored, disinterested, and the words from these words have been taken from the poem. I quote, tired and sick. And what did he expect to find? He expected to experience something related to space and astronomical figures. He wanted a real experience. He wanted to see something on the screen, something about space. But the astronomer was only busy in, getting appreciation for himself. So he just wanted to make people see what he had done. But those who do not understand astronomy or science or maths will not be too interested in what he had done. They would rather like to experience, something related to space, something shown on a screen, some models, or some working experiments. Okay. Now, when you tell me you have read the poem, I'll again show you the poem. Look at the second page of the poem. What do you think? When the poet leaves the hall, the child leaves the hall, he leaves the lecture hall and comes out. And there he sees something. He looks at the stars. So why is he so enchanted by the stars? In the context of the poem, can you tell me why is he so enchanted by the stars? Why is he so enchanted by the stars? He looked up, read the last line of the poem. In the mystical moist night air and from time to time, looked up in perfect silence at the stars. So just contrast the last line and the emotions of the poet in the end of the poem to what they were in the beginning of the poem. What difference do you see? When he's looking at real stars, how does he feel? How does he feel when he looks at the stars? Yes, can I get some good answers? Yes, he wanted to know about the stars. For a child, space, sky is all about stars and heavenly bodies that you can see from your eyes. Yes, excellent Kajal. He wanted to experience the mystery of the stars. He felt relieved because for a child, this is what astronomy is all about. Looking at the depth of the sky, enjoying the magnanimity of the stars, enjoying the majesty of the stars. I'm sorry, the majesty of the stars. This is what real space is for children. They want to see that. And inside, the child could not even understand that this was a place where the astronomer was working because he could see nothing related to the sky. So he felt so disinterested. He felt peaceful. He felt relieved when he looked at the silent sky. Because this, and you can take a message. What is the message? This is a message for all the children who are watching this and all the parents also. That children should not be, you should not be forcefully asked to do something. If you are interested in astronomy, you're interested in architecture, you're interested in sculpture, you should follow that. You should do what you like. If you don't like maths and somebody asks you to do astronomy, you would not like it, of course. So a child who has been maybe, we just, this is a viewpoint. A child who has been sent to this place to enjoy what the astronomer has done. The child feels like a fish out of water there. He cannot relate to anything, he can't connect to anything. Okay? So this is the greater message of this poem when I heard the learned astronomer. He expected to find something related to space, something that would ignite his curiosity and also at the same time quench his curiosity, but that did not happen that way. Okay, so I think the session was a good learning experience for you. All right, thank you so much. How you felt, what was your experience in the session that took place today? You can definitely message in the comments. I will read your comments. Your feedback is very important for us so that we can improve again and again. We can improve forever. Okay, thank you so much. God bless you all.